I need to talk about the quality of life here in Thailand versus back home in the United States of America. It's a huge difference. There's a reason that I left in 2023. Putting aside a lot of the issues going on present day, I mean, what is the real difference in the quality of life, the day-to-day life? How does it feel actually being here, living here? Yeah, as an American. And how does it compare to my old life in America? Yeah, right now I'm here in Phuket, normally living in Bangkok, and before lived in America. Grew up in Philadelphia, moved to New York City, lived there for a while, worked there for a long time, and then decided it's time to go. It's time to go. Traveled around a lot of places and decided on Thailand. Ended up on Thailand as a long-term living place. So what makes up quality of life, right? The food, the cost of living, the people, transportation. I can barely get this finger up. Transportation. What else, folks? Let's say infrastructure and the atmosphere. And on all these fronts, you know, Thailand comes through. Yes, people talk about the cost. Let's start there. Getting more expensive, and yes, of course it has, especially here in Phuket, especially in Bangkok. Yes, it's gotten quite a bit more expensive compared to COVID times, even compared to pre-COVID. Like, it's gone up quite a bit, but it's still very accessible. And I'm not necessarily comparing it to US dollars or euros or something like that and just saying it's cheap. I think if you can earn a living in some way here, even if that's teaching English, if that is working locally, you can still live a good life here. If you make some decent money online, whether you're freelancing, working for a company overseas, even if it's not a huge amount, $1,000 a month, $1,500 a month, you can live comfortably. And you can choose places in Thailand where you could live really well on $1,000 a month. Bangkok, of course, getting more expensive. It's, let's say the tourist neighborhoods, the foreigner neighborhoods, are quite popular and expensive. Yeah, I mean, I live just outside it, what would be still considered actually one of the foreigner neighborhoods. And to me, not that expensive. I mean, I pay per month for my rent 9,000 baht, so less than $300 a month. No contract as well, so you can't really beat that. I do pay electricity as well and water, so in the end, yeah, it comes out to around 13,000 to 14,000 baht per month. All included. Still not bad. $400 a month, something like that. For me, reasonable. Food would actually be my biggest expense for sure, because I eat a lot of meat, beef. I buy beef and cook it at home every day, probably 1 to 2 kg. So I spend a lot on food here. I probably spend close to 600 to 900 per month on food here. And that's not really eating out, that's just cooking. If you were to just eat Thai food or just eat local food, for the most part, you could actually have a very cheap food budget. So that's the biggest part of my spending here, is probably close to $900 a month on food, which is still reasonable. I would spend that in most anywhere else eating the same thing, because I'm buying imported beef, I'm buying imported stuff from Australia or wherever, and eating that, because Thai beef is not so great. But you have a lot of food options. You can eat convenience store food on a regular basis, Lotus, 7-Eleven. You can survive on that quite easily, like a lot of people do. Not healthy at all, yeah, but you can if you choose to, of course. And then like you have the other spots always. I mean, fruit, fresh fruit. You can always get that. It's not too expensive, so good option. I just don't eat those things. And restaurants can be reasonable too. Like, let's just take a look. This is on the beach in Phuket, so keep that in mind. I mean, chicken nuggets, 9 pieces, less than $3. Lots of weird menus. Shrimp cake, shrimp spring rolls, 160 baht, so around $5, a little bit less. Keep in mind, we are right next to the water, you know, in a spot lined with restaurants. So that's actually not bad. Reasonable. You'll see prices that are higher in Jomtien nowadays, in Pattaya for sure, or the same. So other parts of Phuket can be more expensive. This is Rawai Beach. This is Poached right here. Just showing you a little bit of what's going on in the area. This place looks nice. Nice restaurant. Poached, Rawai Beach. So yeah, I mean, you can spend as much as you want on food. But for me, let's say 900, and for my rent, let's say in the end, 400. So 1,300 between the two of those, US dollars. That's the biggest portion of my spend. Otherwise, going out, I do spend money on entrance fees and whatever else. So total maybe, I don't know, per month, let me give myself another 10,000 baht on extra going out money. Let's say nightlife and going out. 10,000 baht. So that leaves us, that's like another, let's say $300. $1,600. And of course, I need other things for the house, soaps, that kind of stuff. We're probably adding in another $100 per month for sure. I'd say all in all, I'm gonna add in some extra money because I always end up spending a little extra money traveling. It's kind of nice to be able to travel around a little bit when you're in Thailand. You're close to other places in Asia. You have tons of places throughout Thailand you can go. And yeah, so I spend a few $100s a month on that. So I spend $2,000 a month total living in Thailand. And in the US, I was spending closer to 10,000. To be fair, I was in New York City. I was in an expensive area, you know, in Bushwick, in Brooklyn, but New York City in general, expensive. So $10,000 a month to live sounds crazy, or you know, it sounds like it can be a lot, but no, some months more. It's a lot. My rent was $3,000 a month. Can I just say that when I first started to spend more time in Asia in general, I only would think about like obvious costs, food, my rent, scooter, and that's basically it. One thing I did realize pretty quickly is things happen and you don't expect them. Like I've had some serious problems and incidences happen since my time in Asia, very unexpected things. That is exactly why I partnered with Safety Wing for this video. Safety Wing offers Nomad Insurance Essential. This is travel medical insurance for digital nomads, for people spending time overseas. For a place like Thailand, I think it makes so much sense because people come here with zero plan, no idea what they're doing, and usually just decide, oh, I'm gonna take a trip to Thailand. Then people really like it, they spend 1 month here, they take a trip to Bali, they take a trip to Vietnam. With Safety Wing, you can sign up before you leave or when you're already abroad. It works across 180 plus countries. It helps cover things like unexpected medical issues when traveling, hospital stays, travel delays, lost checked luggage. So if you are planning on moving to Thailand or taking a trip here, taking a trip around Asia, or even if you're already living abroad, I highly recommend Safety Wing. I'll leave my Safety Wing link in the description below. There's also a QR code on the screen. And guys, if you use this, it helps me out and there's no extra cost to you. And so now that you're covered by insurance, we can talk about transportation because it's dangerous. And if you're riding a motorbike here, driving one yourself, or even if you're on the back of a Grab taxi, these drivers can be absolutely insane. And I do not feel safe on the back of these bikes with at least 50% of these drivers in Bangkok on any given day. It genuinely feels quite risky. If you have to commute to work every day, or if you just go around the city in general on a daily basis, especially long distances on these bikes, on the back of a bike, for me, I always just feel in danger. I don't know. I feel more comfortable if I'm driving for sure. Yeah, it's dangerous and you probably will have accidents living here. It's the truth. Within the first few months, I had a small accident. My driver turned into a car, tipped over, kind of crushed my leg a bit, and yeah, it hurt, but like I was okay. We got up, we continued driving. But that kind of stuff happens all the time, and it can easily be a lot worse, so I'm a little bit fearful. I'm actually in the process of getting my license so I can start driving because I'm tired of taking Grabs all the time. It just doesn't feel safe. I don't feel comfortable. I am going to start driving in Bangkok, even though it's a little bit hellish at times. Driving at night's cool. Driving at night is really good. You know, the roads ease up, it gets a cool breeze going. It's nice. Now, people get drunk and wild, especially on weekend nights, so you have another layer of thing to kind of be cautious about is maniacs driving super fast down the road. Yeah, stay safe out there, folks. I mean, overall, it's a safe country if you are highly aware and you try to stay safe. Don't do dangerous, dumb crap. There's nice shops around here. Super contemporary style shops. Yeah, Rawai is nice. I think most neighborhoods in Phuket, quite nice. Even where I stayed last time in Patong, it was beautiful because it was up on the hill. I had a crazy view. Phuket has really grown on me. Last time my experience was relatively nightmarish overall. And this time, really pleasant. I could easily see living in Phuket. Besides motorbikes, in Bangkok, there's a really good transit system, good train system. It's also buses all over Bangkok and other parts of Thailand as well. The bus systems aren't as strong, very cheap. You will wait, and I don't really know the routes or too well how it works, so I can't give you too much on that, but it's an option, and the locals, you see them slamming into those buses. Really cool, colorful, old school buses. They look really cool, actually. Getting around in New York can be rough. The subway system, oh, what a mess, folks, what a mess. Crazy crackheads and just absolute degeneracy going on there. It's not cheap and takes forever to get where you want to go. It's inconsistent, but it works well, and the city's connected and it works, does its job. Taxi's crazy expensive in New York. In general in the US, taxi's really expensive and not like really good public transportation in general, unfortunately. Some cities better than others, of course. Some cities doing fine, other cities not so much. Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing here, but here it's quite accessible to get a car or a bike, especially renting at like a really, really affordable price. Especially like a motorbike you can rent for less than $100 per month for a good 150cc motorbike. No questions asked. Typically like no deposit. You can find these deals all the time. There's websites to find them, marketplace. Like there's no shortage of bikes and cars to rent. You can get the license here as a foreigner. Just got to go through the process. I think in terms of transportation, I like it here. I love the bikes. I love the scooters. For me, that works with my lifestyle. It's exhilarating. It's fun. It adds excitement and energy. It makes it a little bit too much in Bangkok. The pollution's a lot, but still, overall, train system in Bangkok is really good. Grabs are super cheap. I give the win to Thailand for transportation. Nobody will really argue that the US is a difficult place to survive and thrive and just do well nowadays. It's not easy. A lot of people struggle. Of course, there's a lot of opportunity too, and you can make really good money. You can, succeed there as well. But it's gotten exceedingly more difficult. Yeah, at least my observation of the people around me were that things have gotten too expensive for the amount that they make and for what they could comfortably afford. Especially in like Williamsburg and certain neighborhoods, just throughout New York City, it's crazy. And the major cities in the US in general, I'll say that. So yeah, for me, cost of living here is substantially better. If you can find any way to make a reasonable income, you're gonna have a better life here. Don't go try to survive in a nice big city in the US with $2,000 a month. You're not gonna have a good life. So yeah, cost of living, obviously Thailand wins. So how about the people? Now, I'm not gonna knock my people, right? Americans, nothing wrong with us. Some of us are great, some of us are not, same as any other place. Even though I am a foreigner, I live in an area in Bangkok where there's a lot of foreigners, and the Thai people who are there, they speak pretty good English. And the young people I meet, or the people I meet in general when I go out, young or not, Thai, 30-somethings, whatever, they speak really good English. So that's not really an issue for me in my life there. Of course, there's something to be said about speaking to a native English speaker. It is very different. I can connect differently. The humor, it is a big difference. I don't want to underplay the language fact, but in my day-to-day life, in just normal living, it's not a huge deal. When it comes to like closer friendships, building relationships, things like that, it can become a different thing, a bit more of an issue or a barrier, no matter where you live overseas. So it's not really a Thailand specific thing. To me, Thailand, it's better than other places I've been in terms of a completely foreign language, but in general, people speak English pretty well. So that's nice. I think a little bit easier actually than in Korea in my experience, because people tend to want to speak English more here. I think a lot of Koreans don't love to speak English. I mean, the people are known to be smiley here. It's the land of smiles. So yes, people are friendly. That's not just a thing you read online. And then you hear other people saying, oh, well, I don't know. I think it's kind of just like a fake thing. It's like everyone is like too overly friendly and just to get money out of you. Okay, there's some truth to that, but as a culture and as a whole, that's not ever the feeling I got from Thai people. From some, of course, But in general, it's like I don't want people to think about Thai people like that or Thailand like that. You don't need to. It's not, you know. If you integrate yourself and actually live here, like long term, even if you come as a tourist for 2 weeks, typically you'll feel pretty comfortable, no matter which area, neighborhood, whatever you choose. Whether it's like a really tourist-packed area or if it's a fully Thai area and you're the only foreigner there, it doesn't matter. Like they're gonna treat you really well, but you're gonna stand out a lot. So keep that in mind. Another important one for quality of life, obviously, is safety, crime. Do you feel safe where you're living? Can you go out at night and not have to worry? Do you know people who have been robbed? Stuff like this. I think because of my experiences back home in the US, being robbed at gunpoint in New York, having known almost every friend who's lived in New York for an extended period of time, within the city, within NYC. Of course, if you go out to the suburbs, it's a little different depending where you go. But yeah, within the city, like my friends who've lived there for 5 to 10 years, they've mostly had an issue at some point where somebody tried to mug them, rob them, or some really creepy guy doing something weird to like a female friend, touching them, all sorts of things, you know. All sorts of things that don't really happen here, that you never have to worry about at all here. Even as a male, like I have to fear for my life a little bit and my belongings in general, especially when I'm out late at night, or I don't want to have to worry about being intoxicated and messing up my ability to defend myself or be aware of somebody, you know, messing with me. And here, you don't really need to worry about that in the same way. Of course you do, to a small degree, still be aware, but it's not, there's no real feeling of danger, there's no threat, you know, people leave their things unlocked and stuff out in the open, their doors unlocked, like, you know, everybody sort of trusts each other, and it gives you the peace of mind that, yeah, no one's gonna steal your stuff, and nobody's gonna come after you, nobody's going to shoot you down in the street, you know, for your watch. Or for your girlfriend's like bag, right? Folks, it's raining like crazy right now, so we're sort of trapped in this little area for the moment, and that's fine. We have a roof over our head, we have free seating because the shop is closed right now, so no worries about that. Nobody around us, I mean, can't really ask for more, so I'm happy with it. We can even chill by the water without getting rained on because we're covered with trees, roof, and we have the beautiful waterfront here. Just kind of stumbled over here to Rawai just to make this video. Never been to Rawai. Nice, nice. It's rainy, so I can't really get the full effect of the area. It's a rainy like afternoon right now, so. But regardless, let's talk about the food. I was quite spoiled. Living in New York City, you have access to all of the best food, and it's very expensive. I could afford it at the time, and so I felt like I was getting the best of the best, whatever cuisine and like very high quality ingredients, good restaurants, also good butchers, grocers, little of everything, right? You just pay for it. In Thailand, food, cuisine-wise, unbelievable. Thai cuisine, unbelievable. And I think no one will argue that. It has worldwide recognition and one of the most popular cuisines, obviously pad Thai, which people will scoff at here because most Thais rarely eating pad Thai, but yeah, it's good. It's delicious. But yeah, food scene here is strong. In Phuket, in Pattaya, not as good. In Bangkok, really strong food scene. And you have Western food, you have a little bit of everything, especially very strong Thai food culture. And I'm talking like very cheap, $1, $2 meals, Michelin star. Also up to, $50, $100 meals, $200 meals, Michelin star Thai food if you want. But yeah, some of the best, like authentic, home style, home cooked by an old Thai woman, like Thai food on the side of the road. It's gonna be some of the best food you ever had in your life. So you're not really gonna get that in the States. Some good street food in the States, but it's freaking pricey. You're getting a plate of food for $40 typically, or maybe you got a good spot for $26, you get a good plate of food, but not for $1, not for $2, $3. No, that is not happening. A lot less hit or miss with meat quality in the US. You have a lot more options, really good butchers. It's expensive, but like really good. In Thailand, sometimes I struggle a little bit finding quality meat. I have good go-to spots, but like if I don't plan ahead of time, sometimes sourcing good meat, especially beef, lamb, typically beef, it can be tricky at a good price, imported beef, and that is all I eat. So for me, unique circumstance, but like in Thailand, it's not perfect, but not bad either. And I've found spots, and now I pay like the same or less that I would pay in the US for like similar quality of stuff. So I'm happy. This is like a really hard one to give Thailand or the US the win on like food overall. Oh, folks, I'm gonna make a decision on this. I say the US because you can really have a bit of everything there done extremely well, like to the highest end. I'm not saying you can't get that here, but it's a little bit less condensed. There's a little bit less of it. Quality-wise, ingredient-wise, US wins. I say cuisine-wise, especially because the US doesn't really have a cuisine. It's like burgers, pizza. Yeah, of course, Thai cuisine is better, right? And I think for the average person, you're gonna have a better food experience in Thailand. You're gonna have a much more cost-efficient food experience in Thailand. Stronger flavors, a lot more interesting flavors regularly if you're eating Thai food. Probably for you and probably for a lot of typical people who don't eat carnivore diet, I think Thailand will be the winner. That's all she wrote, folks. Hope you enjoyed this comparison here. Drop a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.